Day 14 on the Chevy Silverado. You might be able to tell that I'm dragging ass just by my voice, but I don't know what's going on. I got the most sleep I've got last night than I've gotten in the last 10 days. And I woke up feeling worse today than I have. So I don't understand how that works, but my body is so sore and stiff, and my hands from doing the upholstery hurt so bad. I really am trying to be motivated for today, because today we should be finishing this truck. So check it out, the first piece is in. So now with that center piece sitting there, you kind of see how like cramped almost, like how all this kind of will disappear. The seats take up so much space, but it's like a perfect fit. Look at that, glorious. See, and then this folds down. There's your port. So if I have time, which, yeah, right, I would really like to go ahead and laser cut my logo and put it right there in the center. Let's go ahead and put the trim on the seats. It's right here, which seems like a really easy thing, you know, just put the trim on there, but it actually is gonna suck. Trying to fit the trim back up in there and screwing it in. Then I gotta put the cable system back in there for the lumbar, the little crank. And I gotta put the handle and everything back on. I need to do that for both these seats. See, there's the cable hanging out. These things run on a cable system. Once those are on, then I can continue forward, putting the seats in, getting them bolted down. Once that's done, then we are hooking up the battery. Once I hook the battery up, then I take a deep breath, I turn the key, and hopefully see everything energize and turn on with no issues. Hook the laptop up, and we begin tuning. It will be a beautiful day if that's how this goes. Let's get to it. And now with the first seat in there, you kind of get an idea of how much room it looked like I had. But once the seats are in, there's none. That's a lot of equipment to be packed in a single cab. Here it is on the other side, which those seats look so much nicer. I mean, brand new, baby. The inside, the center console cleaned up real well. My daughter did a great job cleaning that up. But I measured it. I have a 1/16 of an inch. That's all I had. A 1/16 of an inch forward, I couldn't have done this. Barely could get to that bolt. We're finally there. After 14 days, she looks like a new truck. Seats are all in. The interior looks perfect. I mean, that just looks brand new. Nice. Everything turns on, radio works, amps come on. Everything is working as it should. The only thing I have left to do is hook up the laptop, do a tune, final listen, button this thing up. But now I can show you why making that back piece was so critical. Now you see, not so roomy with the seats in there. Everything's pretty well locked in. Everything touches. So if those subs didn't have grills, we'd have a serious problem. But as you can see, the seats, everything. So if I were to add any more thickness or would have brought anything out any further or done anything stupid, this would have been a complete catastrophe. So that's why that was so hard to make, because everything had to stay within really, really, really tight confines, and everything had to be able to snap back in with no warpage. Looks great, and it achieves what he wanted. So with the seats up, you would never know he even has a system in here. And then the center armrest, even though it's a little tight because of the extra padding and foam, still folds up. Full interior. After every build, there's that moment of where you're like, yes, finally, you're there. So I'm gonna hook up the laptop to this, do a little tune, wipe her down. I'll give you guys a final walkthrough, try to play some copyright music through it so you can kind of hear it, even though it's impossible to do over an actual phone or over a camera, but you'll be able to kind of get it. He doesn't want a bass heavy, crazy high school system. He wants high fidelity, rock and roll, 70s and 80s kind of music. So I have a massive library of super, super, super high quality recordings of music that another customer was very, very nice and gave me a huge hard drive full of music. So I told this customer that I would put a ton of that music. So I got him a drive and put it in the USB. And that's why we went with the Sony Mobile ES radio, is because it can decode almost anything. So anyway, after all those ramblings, let me go tune this thing and I'll let you guys hear it. Woo! Finally, she's done. The initial tune is finished. I'll spend the next couple of days tuning it. That's what I do with all these cars because your ears will get fatigued. So I'll tune it, and then tomorrow I'll put in another hour or two of tuning, and then the day after, another hour or two, and then it's it. Then that's it, customer can pick it up. Reason I do that is because I've had it before where I'll come back and I'll be like, man, that song sounded good last night, but it doesn't sound so good right now. It's because of ear fatigue, weather, it's cold in here right now, but right now it is tuned where this thing, he doesn't want a boomer, but this thing slaps. So I actually need to tune out some of the bass, but before I do, I figured I'd let you guys have some. Here she is with the interior all in. Got the DSP software pulled up, tuning. Got the radio, and basically, you can't see anything, it's all there. So we got the front doors, got the Brax three-way set up, so we've got the 6.5s there, the 3s, and then the tweets up in the A-pillars. And then I can give you just a little taste. Go wide there. See what this does for you. Sounds so good. So nice. And there it is with the seats flipped forward. Said it came out really clean, nice. Pretty much exactly what I was wanting. I've talked to the customer a couple times. I just talked to him for about a half an hour. He's really excited. I had him send me a list of bands he listens to. That way I can pull them over, put them on a drive for him. All the music that I'm gonna put on the drive is all gonna be like DFX and like FLAC and lossless music, so he can hear it like in its best form. As far as the video log or build log goes, this is it, final day. I said 2 weeks, today's day 14. I hope you enjoyed this log. I'm gonna try and continue this. The Camry behind me will be the next one. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them, but I'm gonna call this thing finished. Thanks for watching. Later.